Albert Fairfax here. Here on my iPhone again, just walking around town a little. And what I noticed down the street is a police officer. And you know what? Today, Albert is going to pay it forward, okay? Because, our police officers, they face challenges that no other human should ever have to face. It's the most deadly occupation in the United States. Hello, sir.
Excuse me?
I just wanted to, give you my appreciation for what you've been doing.
Sir, please, please put your hands in the air immediately.
No, please.
What is that in your hands?
No.
What is that in your hands?
No. Please. I'm sorry. No, that's not what I meant. I meant to. No, it's not. I'm not being funny.
Stop resisting.
No. Wait, please.
Stop resisting immediately.
Albert Fairfax. It's me, Albert Fairfax, the conservative icon, Albert Fairfax.
Welcome to the Albert Fairfax Show. I'm your host, Albert Fairfax. Folks, I think it's time to have a talk. From me to you, my fan base. I have to say, I have some of the most ungrateful pieces of shit as my fan base, honestly. Because I was looking at the view count. I was looking at the view count of episode 4. Almost hit 1,000 views. It was quite good considering, how much, adversity we all face, from the Soros goons. My next video only had 300, and the one after that hasn't even hit 200 views. And, all the work that I put into this, and in the middle of episode 6, I had my commercial. I gave up my health insurance, and I had to get my gallbladder removed. I set up a GoFundMe, $0. 0 people donated. Okay, I don't have to get my gallbladder removed. Okay, thank God. I've always had insurance. I'll never get rid of it. I was just trying to prove that you don't need health insurance. But thanks to you, ungrateful little schmucks. Okay, I shouldn't dwell on this. I get it, it's about forgiveness. It's about forgiving people who have wronged you. And to my fan base, I forgive you. Okay, I forgive you for not standing with me. I forgive you for not driving those view counts up. And I forgive you for not donating to the surgery that I needed to live, hypothetically, okay? So what are we talking about today? What are we talking about? I don't even care. I don't even... but... I know that I owe it, I know that maybe my fans, despite not deserving it, want more content from me, and I'm going to do what I can, so let's have a good show today, I guess. What's in the news? What's happening today? Stephan Molyneux on Twitter is an interesting character. He's very intelligent, and I quite admire many of his arguments. Unfortunately, he said the other day that Sweden is the North Korea of Northern Europe. Okay, and as many of my fans, many of you know, I have previously said many times that Sweden is the Venezuela of Northern Europe. So it's quite obvious that Stephan is riffing off of my ideas, stealing, in my opinion, but I understand the court of law. It probably won't be held up as such. Actually, I call many countries the Venezuela of whatever area they're in, but Sweden, I definitely called Sweden the Venezuela of their area, Northern Europe, as we all know. Aside from that, I found many interesting tweets from many people, but Stephan is what I'm going to be focusing on today. Here's a good tweet. From 800 BC to 1950 AD, 97% of the world's scientific advancements occurred in Europe and North America. No white males, no modern world. Fact. I'm grateful. Are you? Interesting. I mean, very, very strong, stuff. Many might call it out there, but strong. Here's another one. He got accused of being a white supremacist for this, and then here he is again. Hitting it out of the park, as they may say. You accuse me of being a white supremacist for talking about harsh environments driving intelligence. In intelligence tests, whites score lower than East Asians. Therefore, I cannot be a white supremacist, which is ironclad logic, Stephan. Because really, it's not racist to say that whites are responsible for the vast majority of scientific advancement, because we are willing to admit that East Asians, are in fact more intelligent than whites on paper. So what this really means is the left has been once again outflanked by Stephan. It's amazing what he says. It's almost like I don't even have to, make new content. I can just read what he says, and the show makes it. The show's fine. It's almost like you don't notice a difference. Here's another tweet by him. My ancestors were driven out of Africa and struggled to survive winter and hunger. Over thousands of years, they became stronger and wiser through suffering. They made the modern world. Now the Africans say we are privileged and thieves. No, suffering made us. No more guilt. It's like, it's funny when people say I'm over the top, And I just read these tweets, I just wonder if I'm even needed. I mean, how much further can I go before it becomes impossible to suspend your disbelief? Well, anyways, it's time for a commercial break, and we'll listen to the commercial, and then we'll get right back to it. Albert Fairfax here, here to use my commercial time to dedicate it to a cause that I hold dear to my heart. As you know, there's a lot of fraud movements out there, like Black Lives Matter and, the Innocence Project. We need to rein in law enforcement. I stand with our Leos. However, as you may know, there may be news coming out that I was a victim of police brutality, and honestly, I agree that the vast majority, actually every single police officer, is a good officer, except the one I encountered. His name is Officer Rollins. Okay, he's in Fresno. All right, and I'm starting my initiative to bring justice back to the Fresno police force. It's called Albert's Life Matters. Okay, because I was mistreated by this police officer. It's an enigma, an anomaly. Okay, it wasn't meant to. It was. I found the bad apple. If there was a bad apple, I found him. Okay, so go to www.albertfairfax.com and join my petition to root out the corruption of this one police officer at the Fresno Police Department. Okay, because we need to stop it before other people get hurt. Welcome back to the Albert Fairfax Show. I'm your host, Albert Fairfax. Folks, I wanted to apologize. At least, not apologize, but perhaps I was a little too harsh to my audience. The fact of the matter is, I've been very frustrated, but everyone needs to put in their part, and really, I haven't done enough, in my opinion, to make my show more palatable. I mean, I talk about very deep intellectual things, but I have to understand my audience. I have to understand that not everyone is at my level. And I need to make my show more accessible to the public. I was reading about something, and it has nothing to do with politics. It's an interesting thing that the kids are doing these days. It's called ASMR, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. So basically, it's just special response to sounds. I've seen many of these videos, and they're quite interesting. The kids are squeezing slime these days. They're eating food. They're drinking. They're making sounds with their mouth. It's quite interesting. And I, as the Renaissance man that I am, I've decided I'm gonna give you guys a little treat. The rest of this video, the rest of my show for the day, is gonna be exclusively ASMR. So anyways, I hope you get to enjoy the ASMR experience I'm about to give you. Here it goes. It's good. Black lives matter. Black. Black. Albert. ASMR.
Albert Fairfax, Albert Fairfax, Albert Fairfax.